Okay, so number 8. Bless you. They threw you a little curveball here because they did not. Yeah, they didn't tell you the lengths of the sides, but you do know that you have this circle to work with. Is that in the middle?
No.
Is it in the middle now?
No.
Yeah.
That's good. All right, so you know that this point here is 6/8. And then they give you this little triangle. And you have to figure out the sine, cosine, and tangent of that angle, okay? And as she said, the hard part is we don't know the lengths of the sides of the triangle, but they give us all these coordinates and points, so we can figure it out, right? The bottom is 6, because if the coordinates of this point are 6, 8, that means you started here and you went over 6, and then you went up 8, okay? So those two sides are 6 and 8, what? Okay, the hypotenuse is 10. 3 different ways you can do it. Figure out the hypotenuse. What's one way? Pythagorean theorem, 6 squared plus 8 squared, then take the square root. What's another way? Okay, Richard. What? What's another way that you can do it? Well, bless you. Yeah, but I mean, without getting into the sine, cosine, tangent stuff. This is also a modified 3, 4, 5 right triangle, right? This side is 2 times 3, this is 2 times 4, so this will be 2 times 5. And then probably the easiest way is this is a circle. If this point right here is 10, 0, and this is 0, 10, what's the radius of the circle? 10. And this is the radius of the circle, so it's 10. Okay, so however you come up with that, that's fine. So now once you have that, sine is opposite over hypotenuse, which in this case is what over what? 8 over 10, because if this is my angle, 8 is the side that is opposite from that angle, and since this is a right angle, 10 is the hypotenuse. So that's 8 over 10, which reduces to 4/5. The cosine of theta is 6 over 10, so this, because this is the adjacent one and that was still the hypotenuse, so that's 6 over 10, which is 3/5. And then the tangent finally is what over what? The what side over what side? Right, opposite over adjacent, so 8 over 6, which is 4/3. So that's what's going on with number 8.
Wait, I have a question. For number 9, do you just have to write like 7 over 25?
For number 9, yeah, you just have to write 7 over 25 and 24 over 25. Where's Tucker?
I don't know. He's always late. He's trying to hang out. Donnelly can't get out.
You got trapped in the class that he's not even in.
Got out. They didn't show up. I said, tried to knock, but he wasn't there. Didn't answer. Where's Queen? Disappointment. Been gone my whole day. I know. We had to get lunch.
All right. 22, this is a good one. We are supposed to figure out what x is, right?
Yeah.
The problem is that x is not a side of a right triangle. It is a side of a triangle, but it's not a right triangle, so we can't use the sine, cosine, tangent stuff to figure it out directly. Okay, what? But this one in the corner is a right triangle, okay? So I can at least figure out what this side of that is right there. So let's call that y. Why not? Give me a thing that has to do with the 75, the 280, and the y. Okay, we're going to use the tangent of that angle because this is the opposite side from that angle, and this is the adjacent side. So 280 over y. And then there's some people that are continuing or starting to struggle with when do I multiply, when do I divide, what do I divide by what, and so forth. Well, one thing that you need to be aware of is if you go, you have to kind of use some common sense. If the side of this triangle right here is 280 feet, then that other side is probably going to be, you know, at least more than 1, right? So if you go ahead and try and solve this problem and you go, okay, the y is on the bottom, so I need to divide. And so you say, let's go tangent, whoops, that's not tangent, tangent of 75 divided by 280. Is this side down here probably 0.013? No. Okay. So you obviously did something wrong there. And what you did wrong there is you went backwards. And what you're supposed to do is go 280 divided by tangent of 75. Okay. And then that gives you the length of that side as being 75 feet, which makes a little bit more sense, or should make a little bit more sense. Okay.
Are you doing the same thing we're doing? We did, kind of?
No. Okay, so now I know that this little piece right here is 75. How does that help us? What's that? Okay, I can subtract it from this whole distance right here. Is that what you mean? So I just need to figure out that whole distance right there. What do you want to call that? Give me a letter. P. All right. So let's call that whole distance right there P. Now I'm going to go again, tangent of, now I'm using the big right triangle. So tangent of what? 55 degrees equals the length of the side that's opposite the 55 degree angle, which would be this 280, divided by the length of the adjacent side, which is P. We're just going to go with that. Okay? So same thing to solve this. I'm going to go 280 divided by the tangent of 55. Do you remember what you got for P, Hannah? Okay, so the whole side there is 196 feet. This little piece right here is 75 feet. So how do I figure out what that one is right there? Okay, subtract them. I'm going to go minus 75 feet. And that tells me that x equals 121.
Sheer contractions.
Okay? Hey.
345.
Hey.
What?
You're like sitting right next to the microphone over there. You have a conversation. I'm going to post this on YouTube. Just so you know.
Don't even know what this
Okay? Hush. Okay, anything else?
I'm going to tell a joke.
You got it right? Okay. Anything else? We're good?
5 o'clock break.